Patrick. Our next question will go to Todd Gibson in Raleigh. Todd, go ahead.
Hey, Jeff, good to see you again, Coach. Your program has been such a juggernaut for years. I mean, how do you sustain, how do you keep this program to the level it has been? I mean, it can't be easy.
Well, it starts with consistency with the coaching staff. These guys have been with me for a long, long time. They do a tremendous job. We meet a lot of my assistant coaches have been coaching football longer than me, but the core of my staff has just been tremendous. And I've even added a couple other coaches here the last couple of years who are great. So it starts with the assistants, number one. And then number two, the expectation. We don't allow as a staff the expectation to change. We try not to give these kids an excuse or a way out. This is Tarboro. We're expected to win state titles. And, this year, a lot of people don't know it, but we lost our two best players to season-ending injuries even before the season got started. And then later in the year, we lost another great running back athlete to a season-ending knee injury. But we don't make excuses. Okay. Yeah, we're young this year. Well, there's a lot of young teams. Okay. We've had some injuries. Well, football teams get injuries. So what are we going to do? We're going to make excuses. And if we come up short, we can use that as an excuse, or we not make excuses and say, well, it doesn't matter. We got to overcome it and be the best football team we can become. So I think when you have the level of expectation and that you try to model that level also by myself included in the assistant coaches, I think kids generally try to raise to your expectation level. And my kids have a lot of pride in that. And I think it's shown over the years. It's tough to win them all, but we've won our fair share, and I'm blessed for that. And, after Saturday, I'm going to give the kids a Christmas break off, and we're going to come back January and get ready for the next year. So that's just kind of what we do over here in the big town of Tarboro.
All right. Thank you for that question, Todd. We go over to Kenneth Fly. Go ahead, Ken.
Hey, Coach Craddock. What's the message to your team this year, to the seniors? They've been there before, and then how much do you rely on the seniors to help the lower classmen, the junior, freshmen, and sophomores to get into state championship experience and not to have many jitters?
Yeah, in the past, we've relied heavily on our seniors. We've been graduating 20, 21, 22 seniors, which is amazing out of a school like Tarboro for quite a few years. And so those teams, we obviously relied heavy on their experience and their leadership and the business-like approach. This year's senior class is a little bit different. It's a small senior class. We've struggled a little bit at times. We've lost, like I said, we've lost some to injuries. We lost some to ineligibilities. But within the core group of our seniors, but once again, they've done a great job of modeling. This is how you do business. And I think, them modeling that, then obviously our underclassmen has to follow that. And so this team has really gotten a lot more help from sophomores and juniors than, let's say, some of the teams I've had in the past. But once again, with that, even though we are small in numbers as a senior class, we within that group, we have some great leaders, certainly, that have done a tremendous job in leading this football team.
We'll go to Gene Galen over in Chatham County. Go ahead.
Oh, man, that's a tough question. It's like just trying to decide who your favorite child is. You know what I mean? I've got four of them too. So, they argue back and forth who they think the favorite is. So the first one's always special going back, because we lost in 2008 and finally breaking through and getting it. So you always remember that class and what a great group of kids we were able to coach. And then, being able to win some titles with my son, those were special. But if I had to pick, I guess I don't even know. This year's spring game was a special victory for us simply because we played so bad and East Surrey beat us. And we were also embarrassed about how we performed. Not that we lost the game, it was how we performed. And then we had to sit on that loss for over a year. And then to finally play East Surrey again and kind of get that little monkey off of our back, that one was mighty, mighty special. So I guess, if I have to start ranking them, I mean, it would be a challenge, but I would have to say, the first one and then the spring of East Surrey, and probably the first time we beat East Surrey with my son out on the field and being able to celebrate that special moment with him. Obviously that was a good time and a good day. And he was also on the sidelines. Unfortunately, I mean, he also played his senior year when we lost to him. So it didn't end well, but he was able to come back and stand on the sidelines this spring and got to celebrate that with him. So we kind of got to make a little bit of amends for that. But at the end of the day, they're all very, very special. And, each team is different. And you just want these kids to have the opportunity to walk out of Tarboro High School with a football state title. And that's always the goal here. Yes, sir.
All right. Any final questions for Coach Craddock? If not, the Tarboro Vikings head coach is going to sign off here. And, Coach, you can head on over to your Sinclair interview one-on-one. 11 appearances for the Tarboro Vikings, 7 state championships, so including last spring. So, Coach Craddock, thank you for being with us. We'll see you this weekend.
All right. Thank you much.